Okay, so yesterday, user-defined data types now. Okay. So up to inserting of customer details. Yes. Uh, exist fans, so fans is a bunch of Okay, right now, here observe. So customers table we designed yesterday, and in this table, one of the column is called as what now? Customer address column. And this address column, we have here user-defined data type. So what is my data type here? Address underscore array. Fake aja, ja. Okay, right. So here observe address underscore array. So now we can see into this table what we said in the last session. So customers can insert any number of addresses because of reason nested table is not having here any size limit is not there. Okay, it's unlimited. So a customer can submit a number of different types of addresses. In that one of the customer, his name was Sai, and he was submitted. But whenever you want to insert the data into address column, how to insert your address underscore array? It's called a nested table type reference of object type reference. And in this object level, how many columns we created here? So can you see the previous one? Yeah, in this object type, so house number, street, and city. So the three values I need to insert: house number, street, and city. So like we can go to insert your first customer address details. Okay. And now I'm going to insert it here. And the same as the second customer is also inserted. He was submitted two addresses here. He was submitted. One is in Hyderabad and Chennai. One is in Mumbai. So now come back and see your, okay, the information about your customers. Okay. Then I just call now select a star from customer table. And now let me come out and see. So customer ID, customer name, and customer address. But customer address, okay, na? So what it was happening, guys, here, house number, street, and city. Okay, na? So now the three things are there or not there, you can see. So one is the customer ID number. The name is what now? Sai. And this is your, okay, address underscore array is a nested table type and object type. Along with this object, we are passing how many values here? The three values we are passing. Okay, no? So same as the second customer word, he was given the two addresses. I said yesterday, if you go to some kind of applications having your present address and permanent addresses are there. Suppose you need to submit, the customer is going to be submitted the multiple addresses. Okay, no? So one address was Chennai and one address was what now? Mumbai. So the two things here there, and finally data can be inserted. Okay, but after inserted the data, later if you want to perform again select, update, delete, and insert operations. Okay, now so how we can performing means it's a common syntax for all these four operations on your nested table data type column. Okay, so what is this? Select or update or delete or insert. of select nested table type column name. So whatever the nested table data type column is there, that column name from table name. Okay, now so here some operations we will be checked. For example, customer ID number one. This customer, okay, address only I want to view. That means a particular customer address only I want to see. I don't want it all the details. I want it only customer address details. I want it. So whenever you want to retrieve the specific information about a specific customer, okay, na? So how we are writing here, select a star from table. Okay, this is outer table query and a nested table. Inner table is what now? Select a customer address from your customer table. And it was taking from customer table, which customer? CID is equals to 1. So that information I'm retrieving from internally from your nested table column. And also finally it was showing as your table wise. So now we can see. So customer ID number 1. Okay. This customer, what is the house number? 1122. Street was Gandhi and city was Hyderabad. So only the customer address only I am fetching. Okay. I'm not fetching any other details. Only address details I want to see, and that I can see it like this. So this is your select statement, how we can perform. Same as, so now if any customer in their address, if you want to do any kind of modifications, so that is called as what now? Update table of which column I need to update? Nested table data type column. Okay, the column name from the table customer. Which customer ID I'm changing? Customer ID number 2. And this customer ID, the previous house number is 1124. That I want to change as a 1024. So whenever you want to change here, the 1124, okay, just come out. Here you can see the customer ID number 2, 1124. This is actually was there. The second address, house number was there. So this I need to update now. So when we want to do updation here, so this is your nested table type syntax here. So second customer, house number changes as 1024. And after changing, let me come out and call. Okay, select a star from, what is my table name? Customer. Okay, customer. And now we can see the person, house number is changed now? Yes. Okay. So like you can change, if you want to change. Same pattern, if you want to delete a particular customer, okay, details I want to delete now. And which details I want to delete? Only address details, not entire the details. Only I want to delete address. For example, second customer, okay, the second customer, which address I'm going to delete it means the address is Mumbai. So actually the second customer is going to be submitted. Okay, how many types of addresses here? 2 addresses are there. One is Chennai and Mumbai. So now in these 2 addresses, any one address you want to delete, then you want to use a delete operation on your nested table data type column, okay, of your Mumbai. So now if I'm going to use here, okay, now executed, deleted now, and after deleted, you can see your table. Now second set, second customer, city Mumbai, address is deleted. Yes or no? Yes, we deleted Mumbai address. And the same as here, suppose again you want to add some new addresses. For example, customer ID was given only one address initially, but later after some time, he was submitted one more address, alternative address. So whenever he was insert into table, select a customer address column. I need to save here data from customer table. Which customer ID? 1. He was submitted one more address. That address is called as 1124 Uvin and Hyderabad. So this is another, okay, address he was giving us. And now let you see to call your table. Okay, now customer, and see first customer Sai address was there, first address, and now added second address. Okay. So like this, you can go to apply your insert, update, delete, and selection. Okay. And below I was given the data dictionaries. Whenever you want to view your user defined data types, how many are you created and what are those? Then you have to use a user underscore types data dictionary. In this, type name is there. So select a type name from user underscore types. If I want to say this, okay, how many user defined data types we created as of now? 4. One is course type, mobile number underscore array 1, address underscore array, address underscore type. So these are user defined data types are we designed here. Okay. And any data type, okay, if you use a defined data type, you need to drop same syntax here, drop type name force, and force key must and should be user. Without this key, you cannot drop. So now we can see I'm dropping here mobile number, okay, underscore array 1. This data type I need to drop. But actually, this data type are you applied on which table? Employee table? Huh? Okay. So mobile number, on mobile number column, we applied a mobile number underscore array 1. So what it was happen, you can see once you drop your user defined data type from your table, then along with the data type, your column also deleted. Let me see here. So now I'm using, so force and execute. Type is drop. After dropping, let me come out and see desk employee. So now what happened? Your mobile number column also deleted along with your data type. Understand? Yes. And later, if you want to call this, the column is dropping means, is there any data? No data. So only employee numbers are there, but there is no mobile numbers. Okay. So this is what now types or user defined data types. Whenever you want to keep some multiple or group of values, there you can use. Okay. But the finally, these user defined data types are in SQL language, 99% of people are not using. So these are actually in SQL. So 99 people that didn't apply this. Okay. But sir, when it is 99 people is not using, then why we are teaching here? Okay. The reason is what now why I'm teaching here means the same 99% of people, okay, this user defined data types are using in PLSQL. Which one? PLSQL. So in SQL language, maybe it is not useful. Okay, and so many people are not using. Okay, but in PLSQL, this user defined data types are 99% of people are using because their PLSQL is completely programming part. In programs, compulsory we want to write some application code. At the time, arrays, how you're writing in your Java.NET. Okay, same as here also, same this user-defined data types help. I'm going to creating arrays, data storing, data printing, data accessing, that kind of programs we can write under PLSQL. Okay, na? So that's why in PLSQL, it is important for you. Okay, and interview levels also, the people will ask you in the PLSQL, but in case our bad luck, okay, na? So if anybody asks you, what they will say, can SQL can supported user-defined data types. Suppose if anybody in their interviews, if they ask, because PLSQL means everyone teaching outside. In outside also, PLSQL, these user-defined data types are compulsory. They're teaching to you. But in SQL, so many people are not teaching how to use. A few people are teaching. Okay, na? So, but if in case, if any interview person is asking, sir, in SQL, can I use user-defined data types? Or SQL language supporting user-defined data types or not? So, in case if anybody asks you, then you have to say yes, supported, and we can create applying on your tables. Okay, na? So that is some one thing for your understanding. Second one is what now? The next PLSQL we started. In the next level, PLSQL, this concept is very important. So same three data types, whatever we discuss, object type, array, nested table. The same mechanisms we are implementing into PLSQL language. Okay, na? Right. But here, and you're asking, why, sir, SQL language is not going to be used? Okay, user-defined data types are much and more. Because of reason, there is a one reason behind this, why it is not using under SQL. Okay, so why the people are not using user-defined data types in SQL? So it is not a statement. It is having some reason also. So the reason or what it is, we will discuss and I will explain to you that. Okay, now? So this is user-defined data types. That means user-defined data types are supporting in both languages, SQL and PLSQL. In SQL you can use, otherwise PLSQL also you can use. Got it? Huh? So this is what. And the next topic here, the important topic, text adding, normalization. Okay, right. So your normalization importance what? And where the people are using normalization? Who will use normalization in real time? At which cases the normalizations are used here? Okay, so these are important for us guys here. Okay, now we have some questions on this. First of all, I will give it some questions here. What is my first question here? Okay, what is a normalization? First question. And where we want to use normalization. Why normalization? And next one is what now? So advantages of normalization. Normalization. And what are the types of normalization? Types of normalization forms. Okay, yes. These are general questions. When you people are going to interviews, okay, the minimum, the questions, these are 4 or 5 questions will come to you. Okay. And now one by one, we will discuss here. Okay, for purpose and where and how, why, advantage. Okay, this all we will discuss. Okay. Basically, first one, if anybody asks you, what is normalization means, sir? Normalization, we call it as it is a technique. It is a one technique. By using of this technique, how to store data in multiple tables. Okay, this is one technique here. This technique, what it was tell us, okay, how we can organizing means arranging data, storing data. How you want to arrange your data in multiple tables. So the technique is called as what now? Normalization. And you people are asking, then why, sir, we need to store or we need to organize data into multiple tables? Okay, now, so if you want to save your complete business information, okay, in one table, if you want to save, then there are some problems are created. Okay, na? So those problems to overcome purpose, that one table data will split into multiple tables. So whenever you need to split one table information into multiple tables, that technique, whatever we are using there, The technique is called as what now? Normalization. Okay. So that's what the people say. Normalization. It is a technique. It is a technique to organize it. It is a technique to organize data or information into multiple tables. Okay, now this is the main reason for that. Okay. And now this normalizations, sir, where the people was using in real time. Okay, now I think, can you guys, you all of you remember this? Anybody knows this? SDLC. Anybody listen this word? What is this? Software Development Lifecycle. So any IT industry, any organization, especially in software field, I'm telling, any company, startup companies or multinational companies, whatever it was, any company, if they want to take one project and develop, for the development of project purpose, compulsory there should be follow SDLC patterns. Without SDLC, you can't develop a project. First, remember, for your IT industry person, first one is what now? SDLC. Without SDLC, you can't develop any project in real time. Okay, now every company should be following what now? SDLC patterns. Okay, and here majorly there are 6 or 7, but 5 major techniques are there. First one we called as what now? Analysis. First one is called as what now? Analysis. So this is analyzing or analysis we call. Second one we have here designing phase. Okay. Third one is called as a implementation. Otherwise we can say coding level we call. Next one is what now here? Testing level. Okay. And finally we called as a maintenance. So these are the 5 patterns and 5 phases, compulsory SDLC patterns. Okay. Any project, if you develop in real-time companies, those company people will be following this 5 patterns. Okay. Na? So in this 5 patterns, generally, little bit explanation. Analysis people, suppose in my company, database analyst was there. Their position name is database analyst. Database analyst people, what they will do, they will interacting to the clients. And whatever the client requirements are there, so interaction to client projects, they will be handover. So now they will be take it. After taking that analysis, that means what client is asking to us, what his requirement in this project. Okay, for this project, how many modules it will be divided. Okay, so whether this facility or this what we can say requirement is possible to fulfill or not by using of this technology. So this complete analysis will be doing by the project managers are called generally. In the same to same in database side, database analyst people are there. They will be analyzing entire the project, what is what. After their analysis, interacting to the clients and analysis, they will be making a final documentation. They will be making what? A final documentation. A final documentation, it means what, sir? For example, your BTech final year, MCA final year, you submitted your project to your college, yes or no? At the time of submission, can you submitted one documentation, yes or no? One book records or something we called, yes or no? Complete one book we are preparing, yes or no? And that will be submitted to management people. In that book, what it was there, that is called your final documentation about your project. The which project you did in your academic, okay, the project intention, purpose, problems, and problems how to overcome, which technology you are using, What is your front end? What is your back end? Yes or no? So front end forms how you design use case diagrams. We called use case diagrams, front end, back end, database analysis, complete ER diagrams, everything it will be clumped, yes or no? Combined them together and you are making one final project. Understand? Na? So final documentation. And the documentation is having entire the details of your project. What you did, what you didn't do it. Okay. So that everything will be there. So that is what we call same as in real time also before development. First project managers will be analyzing and making some final documentation. Based on that final documentation, they will be informing to whom? Designers. Yeah, two types of designers are there. One is front-end designers, we called as a UI, user interfaces people. Back-end designers also there. That is called a database designers. So front-end related things are forming by UI people. Back-end related things, whatever it was there, those are prepared by database designers will be prepared. Yeah, database designers or in companies, they called as a database architects we called. So architects positions are what now? The text information, whatever the text format was there, the text format information, they was converting into pictorial format. Pictorial means pictures. For example, India. Okay. India score their batting score details, each and every over details, wickets details. Instead of giving in the text format, okay, the total runs, etc., etc., can I show this information about Indian team? Can I show in a diagrammatical format? Can I show? What is this? It's a graph. So can I show the text information? Text format information, can I show in this diagrammatical? Yes. By seeing of this diagram, users can understand how they understand in first over, how many runs. Okay, on which over wicket is fall down. Okay, each over, how many runs are happening. Remaining how many overs are balanced. So this each and every information, they will be showing into diagrammatically. Maybe nowadays also very in matches, sometimes there will be analysis in diagrammatically. Yes or no? So this kind of diagrams. And if you go to in Indians, for example, in our India, when they're going to election moment, in televisions are showing that pie charts. Okay, which party is how much percentage of vote they are gain. Yes or no? 30% or 20%, like they will be representing that information in the format of pie charts. So this is called as a pictorial format. That means a text format data, they will be converting into pictorial wise. So how they will say, designers also, the database related, whatever the requirements are there, based on the requirements, they will be go to designing. So in this designing levels, your database designers or architects, they're using what now? Normalization techniques. So normalization is not at the development level. Is it used at the designs levels? So by using of the normalization forms and techniques, like first normal form, second normal form, based on those techniques, they will first designing their diagrams. And after that finalizing is over, then based on those diagrams, they will be practically implemented. Understand? Na? Then after database testing people are there, database testing people testing, and database maintenance people are there. Okay, na? So that means here, normalizations where the people was using in real time means at your designing phase, at database designings level. Next, why normalization? This is important for you. So why normalization means in the normalization, in the normalization, why this technique was needed means, for example, first I will explain to you denormalization. We explain. So what is a denormalization means? The different types of data we are storing into in one single tables. Okay, na? For example, student underscore branch details. This is one of my table, okay, in my database. So what I'm doing in this case, my student data, branch data, storing into one table. So now I will be stored like this. Student ID, student name, branch name, HOD, some office number. Okay, na? Right. So these are all are one table I kept here. The student ID, student name, CSC branch, HOD X, office number 040. Okay, some number I'm giving now. Okay, now. So now like 2B. So he is also CSC, HOD Mr. X, and the same number I'm going to use. So 3C, CSC, Mr. X, and 040 22334455. Like 4D, so CSC, Mr. X, 040 22334455. Okay, now? So here, what I said here, student and branches information I'm storing into same table. So whenever you want to save like this, that means there are two different types of data. When we keep or store under one single table, then we called as what now? Denormalization table. And denormalization is a default. Okay, now is a denormalization is a default when you have like this. But whenever my data will be storing like this, what is the drawbacks, sir? Okay, what is the drawbacks here? Okay, so disadvantages. What are the disadvantages here? Okay, the problems. So first problem is, can you see this 3 columns data observed? Is it what? Duplicated data. Branch name, HOD name, office number. Number of times here repeated. So that means whenever if you inserted a new student who belongs to CSC branch, automatically branch HOD and office numbers are increases. That means data duplicates are increase. Suppose in my CSC branch, there are 100 students are there. There are 100 students information I'm inserting here. Then your branch name, how many times? HOD, office number, yeah, data redundancy is increased. So this is first problem, guys, here. What is that? Data redundancy problem. Data redundancy problem. So when redundancies occurred, compulsory, which problem will come here? Data inconsistency. Inconsistency when it was occurred means, suppose if user want to update some HOD name, okay, so existing HOD was left from my college and new HOD name is I want to change. Whenever you want to update new HOD means, for example, there are 100 students here, there are 100 names I have to change. Suppose in the changes, what it was happen, okay, so few records are changed and few records are not changed. Okay, your system admin changing of records and remaining of records they left. When he was left like this, because there is so much data, that's why he was doing some records are updated, some records are not updated. He left like this. Then tell me what it was happen here. If I want to ask you CSC branch HOD name is what? What is the name of CSC? Name of HOD? The name X or Y? We can't say. So this is what we called a confusion of data. Okay, confusion of data. Otherwise, we can go for what now? Data inconsistency problem. So this data inconsistency, when it was occurred, when you have a duplicates. If there is a no duplicates, then there is no confusion. Okay, now? So that's why where data redundancy is there compulsory inconsistency problem will be occurred. Got it my point now? So this is second one. Second, another problem is what now? Data redundancy is increases automatically. Okay, memory wasted. Yes, memory wasted. This is another problem. Along with these problems, if user try to insert a new record or a new student, then definitely inserting problem also there. What is inserting problem? When you insert a new person, redundancy increase. If you insert one more person, redundancy increase. So whenever you want to insert it, then my data redundancy will also increases. So that means the insertion have a problem. I can't insert properly. Yes or no? Next one is what now? Updations. So that is called a updating problem. Updating problem is just now I said. If anybody can come and manipulate my data, like some rows are YY, some rows are XX. If anybody manipulate this, okay, then what happened? Data inconsistency occur. So there is a chances to have a updation problem when you have a more duplicates. If I have a more duplicates and somebody came and some data updated, some data not updated, then what is happened? So inconsistency problem is occurred. So that means user or programmer, they can't perform update also properly, having a problem. Next, after that, what it is here? Deletion. That is called as a deleting problem. What is a deleting problem? Suppose in this table, if any one person data, if I want to delete, then second person also affected. For example, so up to here, if you say student data, then up to here, this is called a branch data. There are two informations are there here. So if I deleted student data, then what happened? Branch data also deleted. If I deleted branch data, what happened? Student data also deleted. So one data when I try to delete, that effect will go to other data. This is called a deletion problems. Okay, now? So these are the problems we'll be facing when we stored in your table data in denormalization. So what is denormalization? Denormalization is nothing but the two or more than two different types of data we are storing into one single table. In that cases, this kind of problems are we got. Now, how to solve it this? For solution, what we want to do, this denormalization table data, whatever it was there, that I want to split or divide or decompose into multiple tables. Understand now? How you decomposing? So problem and solution. The solution is what now? Normalization. So normalization table have to design. In normalization, what it was happen? What is the advantage of normalization? They will be created two tables here. One is branch details. One is what now? Student details. Okay, now? In branch details, what they kept? Okay. So branch code. Next, branch name. Next, HOD name. Next, office number. Okay, na? This is one table. Here, student ID, student name, and here branch code. So now we can see this is one table. This is another table. Branch code 1021 CSC branch, Mr. X 040 2233 Okay, na? So branch information I kept here. Branch information I kept here. So this is my branch table. And this is what we called your student details. Okay, right. So these are two tables I designed here. Okay, now fine. Now we can see. So branch code, branch name, HOD office is a separated and students are separated. And now I want to keep my students information here. Okay. First student name is A, branch code 1021. The second student branch name is B, 1021. The third student branch C, name C, branch code is 1021. So 4 and D and branch code is 1021. So these are the two tables I divided, separated. But separation of table must be in the relation. The relations, how to make it, we all of you know. On branch code, I applied a primary key. That references I'm taking at a child table foreign key. So in this, which is parent table? Branch. Which is child? So the relation is what now? This is parent now. Now it is a parent. This is child now. Because already, all of you remember now? Because when you have a good idea on constraints, then only normalization can be understood. If normalization knowledge, especially primary key, foreign key, this 2 and composite primary key, this 3, if this 3 you have a good idea and knowledge, then normalization is very easy. If here confusion, here also confusion. Okay. So now here observe. This is called a normalization tables. Now see, redundancy we avoided. There is a no redundancy problem. First thing, we reduces, we avoid. Second problem, when redundancy is not there, there is a no chance to occur inconsistency problem. Because inconsistency is always depends on duplicates. Duplicates are there, then only problem is occurred inconsistency. If there is no duplicates, no inconsistency. Next, memory save. There is no unnecessary data. Okay. Next one is what now? Insertion. Now we can insert. Suppose you can happily insert hundreds of students' data. So now I can insert another student. Okay. Hundreds of students' data I can insert, but I'm not getting any problem. Okay. That is the insertion. Updation. Suppose you want to update a HOD name, only one name updated. Now tell me, who is your HOD? Exactly you're saying now. But previously, if I'm asking what you're saying, confusion. Because duplicates are there. XX was there. Now YX, duplicates are there. When duplicates are there, confusion is occurred. But when there is no duplicates, you can say now, who is your HOD? Y. There is no doubt about that. Yes or no? Yes, that is updation. So updation is very easy. And updation can perform without a inconsistency problem. Happily, you can insert without a redundancy problem. Understand? Na? Right. Deletion. Deletion what now? Suppose in my college, students are academic. The student academic is finished. They want to left. They want to left means, can I delete student data now? Yes. Happily, I can delete. But your HOD data affected? Branch data affected? Nothing. Branch data will never affect it. But previously what it was happened, when student data deleted, along with student data, HOD branch data also deleted. But here, that problem also we overcome. Understand my point now? Yes. So that means whatever the disadvantages of your denormalization tables, okay, after normalization, that is normalized your tables, then there is a advantages. What is advantages, sir? Means here. To avoid data redundancy, to avoid data inconsistency, memory saved, to avoid insertion problem, to avoid updation problem, to avoid deletion problem. So whatever the problems previously we faced here, now those are avoided. This is advantage of normalization. Clear na? Then after. Now the come to. So this kind of, that means your primary key, foreign key, divisions, maintenance of data, how we can do and what kind of techniques I have to follow, means that there is some normalization techniques are there. In how many techniques here? There are total 5 techniques here. First normal form, second normal form, third normal form, and next we have a BCNF, boys code normal form. Next 4NF. Next 5NF. So total 6 normal forms are there. How many forms? 6 forms. So each and every form is called as the one technique. Understand? Na? Is a one technique. So first normal form, what it was tell us. Second, what it was tell us. Third, BCNF, 4 and 5. But in real time, 4 and 5, these normal forms are called as a optional. So no one, that means a very rare people can use this 4 and 5 checking, but maximum 4 and 5 normal forms are no one prefer. So why, sir? Why they don't want to prefer? Why the people called as a optional? Okay, na? That I will explain here. Okay, na? So in our classes, we will discuss this all 6. I will explain all 6. And finally, you can understand that 4NF, 5NF, why it is called a optional forms. Okay, na? That after explanation, you will get some idea. So these are the information about the normalization. And later, one by one, normalization techniques will be, we will analyzing what is what. Okay, na? Right on below. Okay, right. As it is these points, write down main points, compulsory write down to getting some idea what is what. Completed. Uh, mm. So now these are what now types of normalizations. Okay. And this each and every normalization is having some problem, and the problem solutions also given. First normal form having some rules and conditions. Second normal, third. So every technique we have one solution for one problem. Okay. The problem is what now, and the problem how to overcome by using of these techniques. Okay, na? Right. So the discussions we will see on Monday. Okay. Yesterday notes not uploaded, na? User defined data types. No, no. Okay. So, Doctor, we'll continue on Monday. Okay. Right. Yes. Thank you.
Today I updated the Windows. I faced this problem, sir. So robot is coming. This problem I have. Yes, sir.
Laptop is there?
Yes, sir.
Open it.
So this message comes.
Reinstallation करना पड़ेगा. Reinstallation.
One second, sir. No.
वो सर्वर आपको रेस्पॉन्ड नहीं हो रहा है. शायद में भी कुछ अपडेट किया क्या?
Yes, sir.
Windows
10 से 11 में.
हाँ, इसलिए reinstallation.
Arrest the views usage. Arrest the views usage.
Arrest లో?
Views. Views. V1.
Views
Usage.
arrest లోనా? ఎందుకు దానికి దీనికి సంబంధం ఏంటి?
ఇక్కడ మనము సెలెక్ట్ కాకుండా DBTకి వ్యూస్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో సేమ్ అదే విధంగా ఇక్కడ ప్రతిసారి క్వెరీస్ అనేది తీసుకుంటున్నాను సార్. సో ఇక్కడ ఈ ప్రతిసారి తీసుకోకుండా
అలా రాదు.
వ్యూస్ కాన్సెప్ట్
సపరేట్ చేయాలి. సింటాక్స్ అదే.
అదే సార్. ఇదేమన్నా యూస్ వ్యూస్ క్రియేట్ చేసి ఇంత క్వెరీ రాకుండా V1 అని రాస్తారు సార్.
రాదు. ఒకసారి ట్రై చేయలేకపోతే నీకు వచ్చిన ఆలోచన బాగానే ఉంది. ట్రై చేయి.
సరే. పెద్ద బ్యాచ్ క్లాస్ కనిపిస్తుంది.